Now I'm visiting the factory. Now I came to an office of a jeepney maker, which is the part of the Filipino culture and the main means of transportation. So this is
That's our founder.
your father.
Yes.
So he's the founder.
Yes, yes. So
Okay. And what this?
that's they're painting of the horses because he's fan of horses. That's right. This this place.
This is your father.
Yeah.
This is my cousin, also one of the children of the founder of Sarao.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
He is Boy and he is Daniel.
This is the brand name.
Daniel, this was the one used in Quiapo Church during the feast day.
Okay.
Where's the Black Nazarene is being placed.
Nice made. And whatever you want to tell people.
Well, a little history. Well, my dad used to be a Kalesa driver. My dad used to be a Kalesa driver. Well, while flying to Cavite to Manila, he saw that there's an opportunity on public transportation. So that's why he shift from the horse-drawn carriage to the motorized car. But then after World War II, there are a lot of military equipment, including the jeep, which they got into interest in customizing it, and those were good examples. And after the war, he took a job on a motor shop in Cavite, where he learned to do metal fabrication and being a mechanic. So he's all around, and then he planned to open his own shop with his brothers. So I think that time his initial capital is just 700 peso to start a shop. Then the rest is now what you see, the main plant. Actually, this one evolved from that one. That's a replica of a World War II Willys Jeep. And here's the commercial version. It's one of the first family car we had. Then this is the early Jeepney.
Okay.
Actually, it's something like a cross between a utility and an automobile during the 50s. Maybe it's the first SUV, you may say.
Yeah. This one was the first version, the original one. This is the original one. So this become the commercial one.
Uh-huh.
But the new build,
This one.
the new build.
Yeah, nothing much has changed except the dimensions, the length, and some structural detail, because from the smaller version, it grew up into this.
But the engine, everything is totally new. It's nothing to do with the old.
Yeah, right now we're using a Japanese diesel engine. We can put a brand new engine or a reconditioned engine.
The Filipino government has no plan to have replace the jeepney like a bus.
Well, the government have been planning that ever since, but it's still because public transportation is much demand in our country. The jeepneys always have a niche on the public transportation.
So here is the making the body.
Everything here is handmade. It's I think it's a vanishing craft doing fabrication by hand. But still, we still have people who have the skill to do fabrication.
I just follow the boss of the factory and show people how the jeepney is made in the Philippines.
Some of these patterns are still in use. Well, the darker ones are older, probably older than me, and we're still using it. So all here hanging on the wall is the different types of models of the jeepney.
So this is like a recycling.
Well, if a customer walks in and asks for a 1950s or 1960 model, we'll just pull out the pattern, and we can build them an exact model.
This Japanese material, sakura.
Yeah, some customers specified they prepared Nippon steel or Japanese materials for their jeepney. It's more than 50 years and it's still working. So not much has changed in the process, and we're still using the old equipment. This machine is actually older than me. The name is from UK. To left and right main part of the chassis and put them in the jig. So the jig, this one is very old and we're still using it. This is where they assemble the whole components into one chassis, and that's the end product.
After made them, they put them together like this. Put them here. Then the final frame is like this. So this is the frame of the different. Oh, your father's first car.
And put putty and paint them.
This is a newly made. Only started from this morning.
Customer's name.
This is the name of the.
Newly built jeepney.
Can you give us an idea how much it would cost to buy one?
Well, like this one, it's about, this one costs about 620. It's the expensive kind. Then you have to secure a franchise from the LTFRB. Like this one, it has a route to Pasig, Quiapo, Santa Mesa. Probably it costs around 160,000. They will change your white car plate to yellow. This one is also waiting for its car plate. Once you get all the necessary papers, this one is ready to go flying over the city.
All together, just in US dollars, how much is
The whole thing, yeah, maybe if you will invest into public transportation like this one, you must have a capital about 7 to 800,000.
800,000?
800,000 to buy a jeep and to secure a franchise operating permit. Then you're ready to go. Maybe 2-3 years. It's a return of investment.
This is for the environment and the cost. They use natural material for the seats. This is from the coconuts.
This is the wood frame. We put coconut fiber. We put foam and jute sack and plastic cover. End product is something like that.
Here they make seats.
You can see majority of our workers are almost like graying hairs because younger folks, we hire them. After 6 months, they look for a better paying job abroad.
Do you think there will be a crisis for the neighbors in a few years?
Well, yeah, probably it's a threat to the company if we don't get younger workers who learn, who's skillful to do all the things around here, like metal fabricators, metal craftsmen, tailors, mechanics. Because the trend now is the younger people will get probably 6 or 1 year experience working in the local shop. Then once they learn enough, they will apply and go abroad. This is where we mount the engine. We bought the engine from Japan as a used engine. Then we take them apart, replace it with newer parts. We recondition them.
So
Then
it's more like a mixture of American, Japanese, and Filipino culture.
yeah, it's a multicultural vehicle actually. You can trace the history in the jeepney. You get the art seating, like the colorful jeepney from probably from Mexico and Spain. You get the whole vehicle is it evolved from the military jeep from the Americans. The mechanical parts are from Japan, and the one who assembled it are Filipino.
This is put in a Japanese engine. If it costs 800,000 US dollars, that's a lot.
No, 800,000 peso. It's 800. You must have around 800 peso to acquire a jeepney and the operating permit to as a public transportation. It's public transport. We take them apart.
Take them apart.
Yeah, the surplus engine. Then we replace them with brand new parts and we recondition them. And at now, two of his sons is working with us, so we have two generations of mechanics doing the overhauling.
Korea.
No, from Japan.
Oh, from Japan.
It's a used engine. It's a surplus.
Okay, this is Itsutsu.
Yeah, we take them apart. We replace the parts, and this is the recondition. A new model. Actually, my son designed this one, and it's quite expensive than the rest of the standard jeepneys. It's across. Its purpose is like between the big bus and the jeepney. It carries about 12-15 persons, and it has a powerful engine. It's all-wheel drive, and it has a different body design because the people now are clamoring for newer products. So we might launch this next year, or probably late this year.
If you just see this, you probably will see the history of the jeepney. It's getting newer and newer. And the latest model is not on the market yet, but it probably will release this year or next year.
Good example of a 1980 model jeepney.
1980 model.
Yeah, the golden years when jeepney were still colorful and lots of decoration. And those days, we're producing them in hundreds. We still retain them and we're still using it. Here, they rent the jeepney. We've been into the pageantry. Even the Pope in 1981 rode the jeepney in Baguio in the northern province of Luzon. So we have a colorful history, just like the jeepney.